Instant match reaction. Everton 1, Chelsea 0 at Goodison Park. Get in. 2,000 Evertonians return to the old lady tonight, and they returned in fantastic fashion. You know what? Watching that game on TV, you wouldn't have thought there was only 2,000 Evertonians there. You would have thought it was packed out, 40,000 Blues screaming their heads off, and those fans in that stadium contributed massively to that performance and that result tonight. It was absolutely fantastic from start to finish. It wasn't always pretty. It wasn't, always elegant football, but we fought and we battled and we made sure that every second ball we were there. We were chasing players down. We were getting in players' faces. The defence was absolutely outstanding for the entire 90 minutes. Considering we've sat here over the last few weeks and, took part the defence and spoke about how we need to improve, every single defender there, from Michael Keane, Ben Godfrey was exceptional, Mason Holgate brilliant, Yerry Mina fantastic, the two in front of them, Alan and Decore were brilliant. It was just a very, very, very good game, and considering we had little of the ball for pretty much the entirety of the game, we worked so hard, and everything that Chelsea threw at us, we just dealt with easily. And like I said, those 2,000 fans at Goodison Park today acted like the 12th man on the pitch for Everton, which was a good job because John Moss was the 12th man for Chelsea, but they were the 12th man for Everton Football Club. They brought us forward, they ragged us into fighting and having a hard game and getting on the back of the Chelsea players when they were making dirty challenges. It was just an absolutely fantastic performance, and it was a win that we desperately needed. We were all coming into this game, I feel, with a bit of sort of, oh, these are a good side, they've only lost once this season, they're in very good form, they're playing well, and we just outfought them and outbattled them, and obviously we got the goal via a penalty, which is, a big long punt up by Jordan Pickford. Dominic Calvert-Lewin does absolutely exceptional. You know what? Dom was brilliant today. Again, I keep saying this every time we talk about Dom in the games that he doesn't score. He's one of the only strikers I know of in world football where he can still have a man of the match performance, even though he's not on the score sheet or get, getting an assist, because he just works so hard. He made Thiago Silva look like a championship defender today. That lad's been all around the world and won everything from Champions League to titles in France, titles in Italy, all over the place, and he made him look bang average today. He wins his own ball, he gets onto the end of his own header, and Mendy, to be fair, has an absolute shock and just clatters right into him. And, we win the penalty, Gylfi Sigurdsson takes up, and fair play to Gylfi Sigurdsson as well. He was another player I was very, very impressed with today. Put a lot of fight in, put a lot of effort in, actually had a go. And, he's been come under a lot of stick. Recently, the news broke last night that, he is expecting a baby with his wife, which is obviously fantastic news for him personally, and I think that goal would have meant a lot for him personally as well. It was a cool, calm penalty. He wasn't even looking at the ball, and yet it could have gone massively wrong if Mendy had dived the right way, but he didn't dive the right way, so it looks like a top-notch penalty. And ultimately, it's won us the game. We got another penalty later on in the game, but Dom was slightly offside again. Another example of Dominic Calvert-Lewin picking the ball up and just knowing how to win fast. That's what we've spoke about so many times over the past couple of weeks and months or so, is that we don't seem to be doing that. We don't seem to just run at defenders and win a penalty, run at defenders and make the referee make a decision. Dominic Calvert-Lewin done that twice in today's game and won 2 penalties. It's just so that one he was offside for, but like I said, he'd done exactly what we've wanted him to do. He knew exactly that the defender or the goalkeeper would make a challenge, so he put himself in that dangerous position and we won the penalty from it. Like I said, I can't fault one Everton player today. There isn't one Everton player I look at and thought you were poor, or you didn't put a shift in, or you didn't make an effort. There was a couple of moments of scare in the game, but that was always going to happen because Chelsea had awful lot of possession and we haven't defended well recently. So when you've got a team who are having 70-80% possession and constantly throwing balls at you, you're going to be a little bit, biting your nails towards the back end of the game. But there wasn't one player, like I said, on that pitch in an Everton shirt today that you looked at and you thought you haven't had a good game here. They were all absolutely exceptional, and defensively, we were just brilliant, weren't we? Jordan Pickford made a couple of big saves as well. They hit the post a couple of times. To be fair, it wasn't all plain sailing. They did hit the post a couple of times, but overall, like I said, Ben Godfrey for me, what a player that lad is. 22 years old, come into Everton Football Club and played out of position in near enough every game he's played for us so far. Again, steps in today playing out of position on the left hand side, and he was just unbelievable, wasn't he? He looks like, never mind an experienced Premier League defender, he looks like a natural left back. He's absolutely fantastic. He was the first to every time Chelsea played a decent ball down that right hand side of theirs, Ben Godfrey was just there and he just swiped it up straight away. boss, showed his leadership qualities, was shouting, was screaming, got forward towards the back end of the game as well. Strong, big, just a brilliant, brilliant footballer, and he has got a massive future ahead of him. I said it last week, we will struggle to keep a hold of Ben Godfrey in a few years because he is a top defender, and he was, for me, my man of the match today. Mason Holgate on the other side again, playing in an unnatural position, absolutely fantastic, won everything he needed to do, got forward, played a couple of nice 1-2s with Alex Iwobi as well. Iwobi, decent shift, could probably work on his crossing, but again, give it 110%, threw a lot of balls into the box, you know, gifted opportunities to the forward line. Gylfi Sigurdsson, like I mentioned, thought he played really, really well. He actually showed an effort, he fought, he threw himself in, scored the penalty, of course. Even Andre Gomez, when he come on, done exactly what he needed to do. The two forwards, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, again, absolutely brilliant. Didn't score today, but it doesn't matter because he's given it 110%. He's won us a penalty, and effectively he's won us that game. Like I said, I sit here and I say Ben Godfrey's my man of the match, but then you look at Michael Keane and you think Michael Keane was proper prime Sergio Ramos in there. Nothing got past him whatsoever. Then you look at Mason Holgate and you think, well, Mason was brilliant. You look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin and you think, well, Dom was brilliant. Literally near enough every Everton player. Alan in the middle, so calm, winning fouls in the middle of the park, taking the ball, taking players on, getting forward. Decore was there to win the ball back if need be. Richarlison, give 110%. Don't get me wrong, I think it was a frustrating performance from Richarlison, and I think he'll agree with that because he got himself into a couple of really, really good positions and he just could not convert them whatsoever. You know, tame shots really, if we're being perfectly honest, but he got himself in those positions. He worked hard, he battled, he got back, he defended well as well. It was just a very, very good Everton performance, and one that we needed. And, you know, Duncan Ferguson took charge of this Everton team just over 12 months ago, and, you know, it was an Everton team in disarray at the time. We were, you know, dancing with the relegation zone. It was near Christmas. We were all worried about where we'd finish at the end of the season, and Duncan Ferguson's Everton team come up against Chelsea at Goodison Park, and they showed fight, and they showed passion, and they showed heart in front of a booming Goodison Park, and we won that day. Fast forward just over 12 months later, and Everton Football Club have turned up. Again, it wasn't always pretty, but we showed fight, we showed passion, we showed heart, we battled, and we out-battled Chelsea in every single department. All of their top players that they signed in the summer didn't want to know today, absolutely didn't want to know, and that's because they didn't want to match the work rate of Everton, and Everton's work rate was absolutely exceptional. And it makes you think, why can't we play like that every week? But hopefully that is, you know, what it was last season, and a massive confidence boost now going into a really, really tough run of fixtures. But it was a fantastic 3 points for Everton Football Club. Like I said, very hard to pick a man of the match today. They were all absolutely brilliant. And I said it at the start of the video, and I'll say it again, those 2,000 fans contributed massively to that win today. Absolutely massively. The noise out of them was like there was 50,000 of us there. And, you know, they were on the referee's back every time he made an awful decision. They were on Chelsea players' backs when they were throwing in dirty challenges. They were back in Everton. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, and it's a fantastic result. Anyway, there you go. That is my instant match reaction. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. Brilliant win. Showed a lot of fight, showed a lot of heart. That's exactly what we want to see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Play ratings will be coming up shortly. We'll see you soon.